I am sorry. I'm so sorry. I am late. I am like a minute late. I am usually never late by myself. Now, when I'm actually streaming with a certain individual, sometimes we get late. Sometimes, but I do appreciate everybody. I do appreciate everybody coming in. And it's been a crappy day today. It was a real crappy day today. It's just my timing's been off today. I almost ran over a dog on the way back home today. Literally, I almost hit a dog today by like this much. It was horrible. This would have been a really bad, even worse day today. So it's been kind of crazy. I hope everyone's doing good. Obviously, a lot to talk about, and there's some stuff that has come out today that kind of want to question about trades and things like that with the Philadelphia Eagles. As much as I've been trying to cover as much as the back end of this roster as possible. Depth at the offensive line, what's going on with that, the cornerback position, wide receivers, you name it, quarterbacks, you name it. We go over everything here. So it's been interesting. Today, there was news that came out about Josh Jacobs that the Eagles have had interest and have talked to the Las Vegas Raiders for a trade for Josh Jacobs. And it doesn't make any sense to me at all. It's from a guy that I actually follow on Twitter that he actually puts out really good rumors. Like most of his stuff is legit. Puts out a lot of good stuff. Josh Jacobs is definitely it really makes no sense to me because Josh Jacobs is like he's going into his last year of his contract. He's only 3.7 against the cap, so he's definitely affordable. The issue is the draft compensation. And because if you sign him, are you giving him a big contract? To me, it kind of makes no sense. You're not going to trade for Josh Jacobs, give him a big contract while Miles Sanders is trying to work for a big contract, at least to play for this team again. To me, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. Plus these draft picks next year, they're great to have right now, but we don't know what the hell we're using them for. We don't know what's going to happen. With Jalen Hurts right now, he might designate where these draft picks are going. He might designate. I mean, literally, I'll be honest with you. You can't just give away first, second round picks right now. I'm not trading for a running back. Latavius Murray is still. I would get Latavius Murray in a heartbeat right now. If Kenny Brooks is not working out, I'm getting Latavius Murray right now. And I'm totally fine with that. You know what I mean? I'm totally fine. Latavius Murray is 32 years old. He averaged over 4 yards a carry last year. He had a little bit more on his plate with Baltimore last year. 6 touchdowns, over 500 yards. He had a really good year last year. He's old, but he, as a number 4 running back for this team, not much is going to be on his plate. It's going to be very little to do for him. The chances that he's going to get in games, I'm totally fine with that. Okay, I'm totally fine with it. That's why I was really never interested in trading for a Kareem Hunt, or I don't even want to trade for a running back, period. I don't want to give away any draft picks, period. Okay. I really don't. I want to stay away from the draft picks unless it's for Jesse Bates. That is the only move that I'm looking to do right now. I'm going to have a video on the Josh Jacobs thing and all the numbers and all that stuff. Probably by tonight. I'll upload that video tonight just so you guys, actually it's already done. I just got to upload it. But it's, it is what it is. No, I said Latavius Murray is old. Latavius Murray is old. That's what I said. Latavius Murray is 32 years old. And, then Trevon Diggs today, man, that guy deactivated his Twitter account. That guy was getting burned by almost every Cowboys receiver at camp today. I mean, he looked really bad. I just have this feeling about Trevon Diggs that he's going to be those one-year wonder, good corners. And obviously, didn't he get a big contract on top of it? I mean, that's just crazy, though. It's just crazy. But I have a lot of faith in what the Eagles are going to do with this roster, but to trade for Josh Jacobs just means it makes no sense. It doesn't. Imagine signing Josh Jacobs to a big contract. You trade for him, you sign him to a big contract, and then Miles Sanders is just how would that affect Miles Sanders? You know what I mean? That would really mess up his psyche. I don't know. That's kind of dirty, isn't it? I mean, isn't that kind of dirty to you guys? I mean, I don't know. I mean, who knows? But hey, it is what it is. Chip says 34 freaking days, man. What's going on, dude? 84 people in the chat. Thank you for coming in. Chip says, going to be nice watching Jordan Davis in preseason. You and me both, man. Sydney family says, Bradbury on fire. Bradbury's had a really strong camp. His man-to-man coverage has been pretty good. I mean, are we seeing a new Bradbury in a really good system right now, or did the Giants make him look really bad last year? I mean, he gave up over 800 yards receiving last year. Hasn't been a Pro Bowler since 2020, but kind of nuts. Yo, Loyal, what's going on, man? So he said, is it possible to use Davis as defensive end, third down, being so athletic? I mean, they could, but I think you're going to use Milton Williams like that. I think Milton Williams is going to be really good to move from defensive tackle to defensive end. I don't know what they're going to do with Jordan Davis if they're going to move him around. I'm not really sure. But what I know so far is Milton Williams has done that. They did that last game against the Cowboys, and he actually played really well. Really, really well. Jay says, that's some cool artwork, Joey. Thank you so much. Well, that's actually my new logo now. So a little bit of me, into my logo here. So, yo, Mayor, what's going on, man? Chris Jack says, we going to the Super Bowl. Who's ready for the Eagles camp Sunday? Because I'm going. Hey, whoever's going to camp, definitely take video, definitely take pictures, definitely, throw some news around, man, see what's going on. You guys will be able to see everything. Jay says, I doubt we want to give any draft picks, Joey. We might need them. Yeah, I mean, that's why, I think Jesse Bates, you can get away with a trade because I actually thinks he wants to come here. I think he wants to play here. That's just me, though. I think he actually wants to come here and play. But with trading for a running back, it's a waste, man. I don't want to pay a running back. I don't want to pay a running back, period. I don't want that. Trading for Josh Jacobs makes absolutely no sense to me. It doesn't. So he says Rager needs to show his stuff in preseason, then trade. Prague says you didn't see Davis combine running 4.7 days, not that fast to put into perspective. Davis is faster than Patrick Mahomes. Elias says I'll be there, Christian. Mayor says Dallas fans are shambles right now. They're cornerback getting cooked every rep. And he deactivated his Twitter account. Trevon Diggs deactivated his Twitter, man. Dude, he got destroyed. He got destroyed today. I don't even know who that big white dude that looks like a tight end. I don't know who the hell that is, but he got destroyed today. CD, I could see him burning him, but everybody else. Comment says, why are we going to get Josh Jacobs? He's better than. I mean, he is. That's the thing. He is better than Miles Sanders. Statistically, he's better. Okay, when you look at his stats, okay, look, he's got 872 yards last year, 1,065 in 2020. 2019, he had 1,150 yards. I mean, definitely 100%. He is a huge upgrade from Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders has never put up numbers like this. Okay, he has not put up numbers like this. And I think we have to look into it with Miles Sanders, definitely. We have to look close into it because in 2020, Doug barely ran with Miles Sanders. 2021, we didn't run the ball for several weeks. Okay, so we didn't run the ball for several weeks. It was a huge problem. So I don't think all of it's Miles Sanders' fault because I think he would have had a good season in last year. If they ran with him a lot earlier, he probably would have had a better year. Obviously, he got hurt twice, so that really didn't help his case. So, Nina Alston, what's going on? I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Chip says LeBron rides are Cooper gone, so Hurt's going to make a sandwich out of the Cowboys. Demon says, where is Marlon Mack these days? He's with the Chargers. Chris is good to know. Mayor say, bro, Josh, he's 25. Sal said, what's your thoughts on Trevon Diggs deleting his Twitter over the media roasting? It shows weakness, man. He didn't want to hear it. I mean, look, he can enjoy all the success when he looks good. Last year, 11 picks. But, he's one of, with Trevon Diggs, he's one of those corners that jumps the routes. He takes his shot. Okay, and he sacrifices a big play for himself to make a big play. So I like corners like that, but it's not making him look good. I mean, really getting to that playoff game against the 49ers last year, I think he was targeted, 3 times, but they were crucial big catches that he gave up. He got burned in that game. So I don't care about, I like when the defense gets turnovers and getting picks, interceptions is totally fine, but you got to have consistent play, and I think that's what the issue is. I mean, statistically, Diggs played very well last year, not even just the picks. I think he actually, against the pass, he played pretty good last year. So I'm going wearing A.J. Brown jersey. Kelly Green. Chip says, Antonio Brown is the name of a man you don't want to mess with. John Hernandez says, are you going to be at the Eagles preseason game next Friday? No, I'm not. I'm going to be actually streaming that game. It's 7:30 at night, I think. I'll be streaming that game next week, so. Bron says, he was barely targeting Cooper last season against y'all. He was targeting Schultz and Lamb more, but Cooper will always be all dad as well. I mean, look, the thing is with Cooper, like Amari Cooper just has to be on the field. He doesn't need to have the ball. Like he's just going to get a lot of attention regardless. Yo, what's going on, bro? Jetty says, Scotch tape Sanders needs a solid back. I like the idea of Josh, just another possible piece to add. I say, how much was the jersey, Christian? 110. Chip says LeBron center, CeeDee Lamb is going to be doubled. Tim Opp says, great content, keep going. Who will be starting safeties, do you think? I mean, for right now, dude, I mean, first I want to look at the competition. I want to see if, like, Jaquiski Tartt could beat out Anthony Harris. I think it's going to be Anthony Harris and obviously having Marcus Epps, but I kind of want to see what Jaquiski Tartt does. To see what happens. Tanner says it's cool to see Dick Vermeil going to the Hall of Fame. I wish I was alive during the Dick Vermeil days, man, because just watching so much video on him and obviously watching the football life thing about him when they made it, I think a year or two ago. I mean, such an emotional coach and definitely made the guys have, a lot of hard work from this team. Steven says, isn't Jacobs similar to Sanders? Yeah, Jacobs is very similar to Sanders, but, I think hasn't Jacobs been hurt a couple times too? Not as much, but I think hurt a couple times, but statistically he's good. Statistically, he's actually better. Just I could see if I only willing to give up a second and fourth from Bates, got to keep the first. They have to keep the first-round picks. You're not giving away a first-round pick for a running back. If they did, I would kill them. I would be pissed. I'd be really pissed if they gave up a first-round pick for a running back. I don't think any running back's worth a first-round pick unless there's some generational talent that literally every time he gets the ball. And look, I think with Miles Sanders, he can always carve up an 80-yard run at any moment, but I think he tries to do way too much, especially when he came back from injury. The first injury, I think, was during that Lions game when we started running the ball really well, and then it just fell apart after that. If you want a big back, Jordan Howard, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got Jordan Howard still out there. You got Latavius Murray still out there. There's still prospects out there. No joke. Chip says LeBron Riser, Mark Holmes brushes his teeth with bacon grease. Down Cal Eagle says, yes, sir. What's going on, man? Chris says, we don't need Jacobs. We need a great safety for now and the future. Bates is that guy. I would rather trade for Bates than trade for Josh Jacobs. I mean, look, if they add Josh Jacobs, Miles Sanders gone. I'm already preparing myself that Miles Sanders is going to be gone after this year, okay? If they actually make this trade and they give up barely any compensation for him, great. He's cheap for this year, but Miles is out the door if these rumors are coming out. They're trying to add another running back right now. You have the 49ers and the Lions also interested in Josh Jacobs as well, so it should be interesting. Because I can't wait to get A.J. Brown autograph. So if we get Jacobs while having Sanders, we'll be having Wentz and getting Hurts situate. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's like, thank God we're not having another situation at the quarterback spot like that, and I totally understand that. But I think that'd be a real dirty thing to do. But at the other end of it, Josh Jacobs is a better running back statistically, so I definitely get it. But to me, it just makes no sense for them to pay a running back right now. I don't get it. Like, they have to make some other moves, guys. I don't know how they're even going to make a trade like this, and maybe they're going to they're not doing this to rent Josh Jacobs for the year. You're not trading for Josh Jacobs to rent him. Okay. This isn't trading for a 6th-round conditional for Jordan Howard when we trade him, when we try to trade for him from the Bears. It's a totally different thing. You're paying a guy that's still young at 25 years old. You know what I mean? So I totally get it. Chip says, LeBron Riser, AJ coming for your meats. Dallas going to be in the shambles. Reese says, on the circle snap, yo, Shakes, is your head so big or is that a kid's hat? My head is really big. I can't find sneakers. I'm a size 14, 15 in sneakers, and my head is way too big. So thank you for pointing that out, by the way. Do appreciate it. If anybody wants to buy me a bigger hat, just let me know. 301 Cowboys, what's going on, man? He says, Micah Parsons is better than Brian Dawkins. Micah Parsons had more career sacks than Brian Dawkins. Micah Parsons is already in the Hall of Fame conversation. Damn. No, Micah Parsons is a really, really good, man. really, really good player. Yeah, maybe is that even true? Is that even true? I have to look that up. Is that even? That makes no sense though. Brian Dawkins is a safety, so I don't get how you're. I expect linebackers to make a lot more plays than safeties. So, Yeah, I mean, that's two different positions, bro. I don't get why you're even putting a linebacker against a safety. Makes no sense to me. Jacob says, "Oh, I'm going to Browns training camp Sunday. I'm going to see Cooper Watson duo." Eli says, they call him the semi-truck. He's huge. Jesse says, think we can get a bag of Lay's potato chips. Thank you for Jalen Reagor. Probably not. Dude, I mean, we can make jokes about Jalen Reagor all we want, but I'm telling you right now, this guy is playing really good. Not only it's not these camp moments where he's getting these one-handed catches, like he's being consistent. He's being consistent every single day. That's what's going on right now. We can laugh and make jokes about it, but at the end of the day, this guy's having a fantastic camp. David says, could anyone quickly tell me is close to Seattle, New York, Chicago, Dallas? Chris says, we don't need Jacobs. We need a great safety for the season in the future. Bates is that guy. I would rather trade for Jesse Bates right now, dude. That's what I would do. Trade for Jesse Bates. I would trade for Jesse Bates. No doubt about it. I would go for that in a heartbeat. I would go for that in a heartbeat. If they want to make a trade down the road for Jesse Bates, I am totally fine with that, because trading for a running back, giving away draft capital for a running back with the offensive line that you're building for years to come, it makes no sense in my mind. It makes no sense at all. So hoping that this kind of isn't true, but if it is true and they actually trade for him, yeah, it's gonna cause some problems. It might cause some problems, or maybe it pushes Miles Sanders a little bit more. I don't know. We got Elliot Petoskey. What's going on, man? I said, I'd rather play Jacobs than Sanders. He complements Gainwell better too. Like I said, statistically, he's better. Riz on the last circle snap. Yo, Shakes, your head so big as that kid's head. Tim Opp says, should be able to get productive numbers. Hold on. All right, I'm good. Should be able to get productive numbers from this O-line and good backs. Yeah, like I'm saying. You don't have to pay a mid-tier contract to a running back. You don't have to do that. You know what I mean? You don't have to do that at all. Chris said, hey, don't be surprised if Jalen Hurts comes out like Brett Favre. Tim Opp says, how many wins realistically do you think we get? Realistically, 12 to 13 wins. I think if it's a perfect year for Hurts, the defense plays really well at a high level, and I think good things can happen. I don't think our schedule is hard at all. I feel like they can go 6-7-0 before the bye week. I feel like, really the hardest games are, I think, the Titans, Colts. Like, I think that, by the, like quarter end of the year, I think you have some tough games there, but I don't think there's any impossible games on this schedule this year. I'm just really excited, and my gut feeling tells me they're going to be in double-digit wins, and that's it. Got AK Eagles podcast going on, man. He said, yo, what's good, Joey? Love the late streams, man. Dude, it's been pretty good, man. The late streams have been kicking it, man. It gives me time to relax all day and then kind of go do this. So the next 2 days are going to be kind of nuts. We have the Philly Shakedown tomorrow night. Sunday, we have a surprise. There's going to be a little surprise for Sunday. So I won't announce that till on the Shakedown tomorrow. But Chips at LeBron, Riser, AJ Davis, Reddick, Bradbury, Dean, Beef, Jurgens happened. Chris says Slay will make CD his pitch. Jay says Diggs set the bar too high for himself. Now he will burn down throughout the season. He is a fraud. Do you think that's actually going to happen to him? Is Trevon Diggs a one-year wonder? Who that dude says Diggs is a football version of a Panda song, one-hit wonder. Hit the Gray says, was anybody else having problems with chat? Finally got it working. Tim says, what do you think about Howie tanking Kenny Pickett to dinner, him showing up at his games in binoculars? What was it all part of the plan, a smokescreen trying to throw? I think it was. I think I think some of it was doing their due diligence to check out some of these quarterbacks. See, now if Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie met with Kenny Pickett, that would have been a different story. But we met with Brian Johnson and some of the scouts, then I wasn't worried too much. If like literally Howie Roseman met with Kenny Pickett at a meeting, at a press or whatever, that would be pretty bad. But I think mostly smoke, man. I think due diligence as a GM and somewhat smoke. Kyle says, Josh Jacobs is hurt more than Sanders. I'm good. Yeah, I know he's been injured a few times. Tim says, you think Eagles will get Josh Jacobs? I don't know, dude. It really sounds like it. It really sounds like it. They might. It could happen, dude. It could happen. There's no doubt. No doubt about it. Dak ain't got no receivers. Damian Francisco, what's going on, man? He says, what's all the talk about Jacobs? Apparently, there's a tweet that came out from somebody that the Eagles have been in talks with the Las Vegas Raiders to acquire Josh Jacobs in a trade. That's the news. That's what's been going on. Sydney says, Dean has to adapt to Gannon's scheme, but he's smart, so he will get there. Elliot says, I met somebody yesterday who was Christian Watson's cousin. Oh, really? Ron says, Joey 6, do you think Saquon or Daniel Jones will play some snaps Thursday? Probably not. I mean, maybe Daniel Jones will. Saquon, I think they're going to be resting Saquon a lot. I mean, he's coming off that ACL. You know what I mean? Like, I think they want to keep that guy as healthy as possible. So, I mean, if I was the Giants, I wouldn't be throwing Saquon Barkley in games, period. I wouldn't. Eagles HOS says, what's good, Joe? Anything new with the Eagles? How's the team? It's looking good, man. It's looking good. We got open practice Sunday. So we have practice tomorrow, regular practice tomorrow. Then we have open practice Sunday, which should be a lot of fun. Tate says, any rumors about the Josh Jacobs? He's a stud, honestly, better than Miles. Plus, Josh played with Hurts at Bama, which is cool. And that's very interesting, to be honest. Very interesting. George Bro said, what's going on, Joe? What's going on, man? Harpoon says, that player's be off the charts. He's going to be sick. I can't believe that he went to Aaron Rodgers. Didn't Indy need a receiver at that point in the draft? Tate says, Jacobs running behind our O-line is Hurts doing read option. Oh, man, scary thing. Torville says, Howie wouldn't give up a first for running back. The Eagles go by analytics and formulas, and truth is running backs probably shouldn't be drafted in the first. No, definitely not. I would never draft a running back in the first. But trading for Josh Jacobs, what are the Raiders going to ask for? You have 2 first-round picks that you cannot touch. Jesse said, didn't Miles have 0 touchdowns last season? Not good at all. No, he didn't, but he averaged over 5 yards a carry, which is really good. So, Glover says, are the starters going to play in preseason this year? Talk about the older dudes? Probably not. I mean, a lot of guys are going to play, but all the starters, maybe a few of them here and there, but I don't think everybody's going to be playing. No. David said, does anyone know Jacobs' contract status, giving him a pick? It's 3.7 against the cap. He's going into the last year of his contract, $3.7 million against the cap. He's definitely affordable. He's on his rookie contract still. Last year on his deal. This is it. So Chris says, Mike Sanders, great runs through even with no touchdowns. Chris says, Shakes, I'm surprised Goodrich and Job haven't had good camps. Still too early. We'll see how. Yeah, it's been fairly early, dude. It's been really early for some of these guys, so I wouldn't go crazy about it. So he said, I'm hoping Goodrich, Job are tested. Say, I want to cross-train some of these corners. We have a lot of bodies at corner right now. They got to add more. Reed Blankenship, Kevon Wallace, and Jaquiski Tart on the back end is just not enough. I feel like there's got to be more competition with that. There's got to be more competition with that position. So, Comment says Sanders should be better behind a great offensive line like ours. Sanders is all right, but replaceable. Jacobs is 100 times better than Sanders. Jacobs has been getting a lot of yards behind a crap O-line. And yeah, I wouldn't say that they're crap, but I think it's definitely hasn't been great. No. Miles is too inconsistent. Harpoon says, I ate cinnamon coffee cake rolls and my feet are numb. Why would that be? I have no idea. You might have a problem. Call 911. Tim says, if the fourth 1.5, what is your go move for the Eagles? QB sneak to the left side. Mulata and Dickerson moved up Jonathan Allen 6 yards off the ball on 4th and 1 last year. 4.5. What is your go-to move for the Eagles? QB sneak in the left-hand side. Milan Dickerson moved now on 6 yards off the ball. I'm not running east and west. I'm going straight up the middle with whoever. I mean, not with Jalen Hurts. I wouldn't, but I grab the biggest back you have or whoever and put him back there. That dude, Raiders didn't pick up Jacobs' 5th-year option either. Yeah, so maybe he is getting traded. Maybe it's going to happen. I don't know. Big head, big brain. No, not me. Definitely not. They say, what would you give up for Jacobs? Dude, I don't want to trade. I don't want to trade for him. I don't want to give up any draft picks for a running back, period. Like, I really don't. I mean, if you add Josh Jacobs to this offense, would it be fantastic? Oh, yeah, definitely. But with Miles Sanders trying to get a new contract on a contract year this year, you're trading for Josh Jacobs to pay him to be the future running back. To me, it makes no sense to me. Torville says, Cowboys fans comparing safeties and linebackers. I know a lot of Cowboys fans aren't knowledgeable, but that takes the cake. Ray says, you know what they say about big ass. Scully the Baldy, what's going on, man? Says Joey, what's up, man? Any prediction on where Rager would be traded? I would say the Ravens, probably most likely. Maybe. Tate says, tell Cowboys fans to get lost. Tim said, can we trade for a wide receiver such as Rager and Andre Dillard and a third-round pick for Bates? What would be a realistic trade for him? Dude, a second and a fourth. I mean, I would do a second and a fourth. You're not trading Andre Dillard. Haven't we learned our lesson from training camp? I mean, two guys are already in concussion protocol right now between Mulata and Dillard. You can't afford to trade Dillard because LaRaven Clark has been doing so bad. He's been playing left tackle and right guard in camp, and he can't even play both positions right now. It's been pretty bad. Joey says, it makes sense you say one player is better than the other player and play two positions. Yeah, I do because he's talking about Hall of Fame. Like, if you're talking about a Hall of Fame player, it makes no sense to me. Like, linebacker and safety are two different positions. You should never put two positions like that together. It makes no sense. Joe says, only a Cowboys fan would make such a stupid comparison. What about these, man? They can. Tate says, we got Epps. We good. Elijah says, hey, Joey, I drink that same flavor of Monster while I'm working night shift. Actually, it's not. It's actually it's black cherry soda. I haven't had a Monster in months. I love the taste of it. Rod says, tell Eagles to finally beat us with Dak. Kyle says, hey, Joey, what is the news on Jordan Mailata? Any updates? Jordan, no, nothing. I mean, he's still in concussion protocol. That's it. Comment says, I don't buy the Rager hype. I don't feel training camp is a good way to evaluate players because most of the time players does better or worse once they hit the field. Yeah, I totally get it. It just depends on the player, and I totally get it. Reach says, what's the deal with Mailata and Dillard's concussion? Will they practice Monday? I don't know. It might take a few days, so I'm not really sure. Troy says, would tell Dak to win a playoff game. Oh, Dak did win a playoff game. So he won a playoff game. I think it was against Seattle. I called Joey. Didn't I say we'd get Josh Jacobs? Well, you didn't call anything yet. Okay, this is a rumor right now. Okay, this is just a rumor right now. Nothing crazy right now. But it's kind of alarming. It is kind of alarming right now with just what they're doing. And you know what? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. But I don't think it's the right choice. I mean, if you're giving up a high draft pick for him, it's going to be a waste. It's going to be a waste. And to pay a running back, you don't need to pay running backs. You really don't need to pay running backs in this system like that. You don't need to do that. Phil D says, to be the SHAKESQUAD Hall of Fame would mean if you got a career-threatening injury, you'd make the Hall of Fame. Ridiculous comment. Harpoon says, before the Hall of Fame game last night, they said the Jags were carrying 94 players and that the Raiders were only carrying 70, why such a... Well, it just depends because they know who they're playing, who they're not playing, or depends on just their own rules and how they want to do things, really. They probably told a whole bunch of players to, not come. I mean, who knows? I don't know. I'm not sure. Did they really hope we get Jacobs? Bates would be a nice, but I think Epps and Tart Harris will be good enough. I don't think it's good enough for the future, no, because Jaquaski Tart and Anthony Harris are gone after this year. Marcus Epps' contract, I haven't even looked at it. What is Marcus Epps' contract? Let me actually see the Marcus Epps contract. The over the cap. Let's actually check out that contract. See if anything makes sense. Yeah, so he's a free agent after this year. Marcus Epps, Harris, and Jaquaski Tart are free agents after this year. You're losing all three of these guys after this year. You're down to Kavon Wallace and Reed Blankenship, pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's not good. It's not good at all. You're going to be down three safeties going into free agency next year. You have to pay for a safety next year. Rich said when the Cowboys won their last championship, it was on VCR and HD. Comment says, I'm fine with Rager making the roster, just not over Ward. I really doubt it better than Ward. Nah, if Rager makes his team, Ward is definitely gone. Nina says, Josh Jacobs can catch anything, though, and that is true. He is a natural catcher, okay? Pause. You know what I mean? But he is natural at catching. Okay, I put myself in these situations when I say certain things, which is true. Nina, you're correct on that. Process took Eagles 57 years to finally win. Tim says, if surprise for Sunday, if Joey is going to reveal he's a top 500 being the bottom. What is with people mentioning stuff like that? Tate says, Slade Bradbury, we got corners to make up for safety play. Tim says, AK Eagles podcast looking at the clock every 5 minutes, hoping the season gets closer. Gustavo said, I feel with our safeties, linebackers, corners, and D-line, we could be a top 5 defense. I totally believe it, man. I totally believe it. Joey, I'm starting on my clock every damn 10 minutes, knowing we're slowly getting closer, dude. It's getting close, man. Tate said predict the Eagles record this year considering the East schedule. I say 12 plus. I'd probably say the same thing. I'd say 12 plus. I've said that a million times. Donald says, yo, what's going on, Donnell? Round said, what good, Joey? How's your night? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing pretty good tonight. I actually almost hit a dog today, which was really bad. I almost hit a dog. Just imagine if that happened. I wouldn't have even done the stream. I would have been in a really bad mood today. It was close. It was really close. I checked. The dog is fine. I was like this close to hitting that thing. That close. Yo, Ryan Rowe, what's going on? So what's good? What's going on, man? LeBron says hasn't been in 30 years, not even close. Demon says the Eagles have been linked to just about every player in the league this offseason. I mean, I'm not every player in the league. When it comes to wide receiver, we were in free agency. Wide receiver was like the main story of us all offseason. Grin Jack said, I think we traded for A.J. Brown for a reason, signed James Bradbury. They went and get him for a reason. All these players they went to get in the offseason was for a reason. Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a building block piece because obviously Bradbury's here for a year, but having a really good training camp so far. So it's been pretty good. Philly D says, how does the open practice work? Do you have to register? I think you just go, man. You just go. First come, first serve. Troy says the Cowboys at 24 years, past time, they won a Super Bowl almost at that mark at 57. Tim Hopp says the energy is through the roof. Why do you think we should be the punt returner? Who do you think should be the punt returner this year? It can't be Rager. I think it's going to be Britton Covey, man. Britton Covey has got the most punt return reps from the other day. Very happy about that. Very happy about that. Troy says, y'all closer than you think. We close for our next one. Then y'all are, I don't know. Richie says, like Crystal Pepsi, Cowboys, America's team, image, peak, and got this kid in the 90s. We got Burrow says, I see this being Miles Sanders last year, 100%. I'm already preparing myself that Miles Sanders is going to be gone after this year. It's going to happen. Going to happen, my friend. Legend Killer, what's going on, guys? That Sanders 0 touchdowns all the way is going to be all as it was going on was a joke. I watched all the games and they literally brought it out and said he had no touchdown, but he needs more goal line attempts. No, I think red zone was a huge problem for the Eagles last year. They were horrible. Stop running with Jalen Hurts on these read options, these RP. I mean, I can't stand when they overutilize Jalen Hurts in the game. When our passing game doesn't work, defenses, make us one-dimensional and we turn into a read option every play type team where, I mean, great. Using Jalen Hurts' legs is a great thing, but you're not going to win football games with just doing that the whole entire game. It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? So, I mean, Sanders had over 5 yards per carry last year. I mean, he averaged over 5 yards a carry last year. He had a really good year last year. Chris says, I can't wait to see Davis. He's killing everyone. Troy said, we are less than 10 years out from our last one. Gerald says, us Bradbury looking better are just as good as Slay. We know the NFC East wide receiver, so that helps the division. Tim Opp says, punt returner this year. I'd rather see Quez, Gainwell, or even Jordan Mulatto over Rager. Burrow says Miles is going after the season unless he goes off, but don't see it with our running back committee. I'm preparing he's going to be gone. Not Tyler Smith said, Will, my favorite tight end, JJ, I think a Whiteside makes the final roster. Yeah, right. Never in a million years, bro. Kayak says, I don't get why everyone wants to get a running back. I don't want to trade for one. It's a waste of a draft pick. It's a waste of time. Total waste of time. There's no doubt about it. I would not even make that move. I'd be pissed off. It's a waste of time. I wouldn't even mess with that move. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. It wouldn't happen with me. This offensive line that you're building for years to come, like, you don't need to pay running backs. I mean, I don't know what he wants to get paid. Like, maybe the Eagles already kind of know the number they're going to give Josh Jacobs or something is set in stone. I have no idea, but Scully said Elias Ricks next year in the first round would be perfect. Though I think Bradbury, if he has a good year, would earn an extension. Yeah, there has been some rumors about Bradbury's extension. Now, Big Play Slay is a free agent after next year, after 2023. So I want to go get a corner in the draft badly. Like, I don't mind getting free agent corners, and I'm fine with that. But it's just, we need to get a homegrown talent. We need to draft one. It's got to happen. Twitter says, so Joey, almost time to real football, talk real football, and we're going to be skywalking on these haters. Dude, I love the way you said that. Skywalking on the haters. That's what we're going to do this year. That's what we're going to do this year. Let's Gill says that was the joke all year saying Sanders has 0 touchdowns. It's as much of a joke than Diggs getting cooked in practice. And you know I'm a diehard Eagles fan. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Troy says, don't matter how long it's going to take y'all 57 years to win next one at this point. John says, what your reaction on the Cowboys signing Anthony Barr? It's a good signing. It's good, but I think they signed the wrong guy because they need a receiver badly. They can't go into the season with James Washington being out. Okay. I mean, Jalen Tolbert, how much confidence do they have in him? I don't know. I don't think they have enough at wide receiver right now. Philly D says, if they trade for Jacobs, would mean Eagles think are very close to high on Hurts. Yeah, probably. I mean, that probably is the right assumption. If they sign Josh Jacobs to a contract, then they must think that Jalen Hurts, they know that Jalen Hurts is going to play well this year. Maybe they already made up their minds. Maybe it will tell us that the Eagles made up their minds that Jalen Hurts is the guy. Because there's no way you're going into next year paying a safety, paying a quarterback, and on top of that, you're going to be paying a running back right now. I don't know. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. But I'm saying this. I'm saying this right now. It's not as easy as everyone thinks it's going to be because it's just more cap that you're gonna have to throw away. I mean, I think it's just gonna be a waste to pay Josh Jacobs if they already made up their mind against Jalen Hurts, we're getting a big contract. I don't think this is even possible. Joe Matt says, worst case scenario, in my opinion, this year, if Hurts is average. Troy says, Hurts a leader. A lot of players don't work out with the GOAT. Your boy Mason says, what up, Joey? Have heard anything about Jalen Hurts? He's been playing very good, and some bad people would rate his training. Dude, I don't even care. Dude, you have to expect Jalen Hurts to have bad days. If he's perfect every day, then I'm really worried. If he's way too perfect every day, I'm worried, okay? He's got to have bad days. Really, ever since the defense got pushed around after the first day of training camp, the defense has been pretty consistent, pretty good and consistent every single day, I got to say. Been pretty good. Does anyone out here drink coffee? If so, what type should I buy? Fully caffeinated. I drink iced coffee. I don't drink regular coffee because I get like the runs from coffee. Can't drink coffee unless it's with food. But I like iced coffee. I drink iced coffee every day. So if you see me at the game, get me an iced coffee because I will love you forever. So he says, Cowboys were in the leading offense, but the O-line might be shaky this season. Clover said, are you going to be checking out Hard Knocks to check our week one ops? Not really. Probably not. Probably not. Jock says, hey, Joey, what's going on, Jock? Jock? My voice just squealed. Alex says, do you have a fantasy? I do not. I used to play fantasy a few years ago. I stopped doing it. Maverick says, hey, Joey, did you see the T overs Karen video? I saw a tweet about that whole thing, but I didn't go into it or anything. Commissar Rager needs to be elite QB to help him. Rager should be traded or either Broncos, Buccaneers, Packers, because those elite QBs could really help him get better. Yeah, I wouldn't blame too much on Jalen Hurts. You think Jalen Hurts is the main reason why Rager's not doing anything? Yeah, definitely not true. Mr. Not One to Play With. Yo, what's going on, man? 301 says Troy Aikman or Roger Starbuck. Mr. Not One says Philly fan Little D. Oh, God. Stephen L.A. says, what's shaking, Joey? Hey, I watched YouTube Covey highlights, and it was incredible watching him run circles around the all Pac-12 opponent. Dude, I'm telling you, man, there's something there. Now, he played against the third defense as a slot receiver. I want him to be elevated to the second or the first. That's what I want as of right now. Killer said, are there any other running backs we could trade for instead of trading for Josh Jacobs? I don't want to trade for any running backs. Signing a free agent like Latavius Murray or Jordan Howard, I'm perfectly fine with. If Kenny Brooks doesn't work out, obviously, as the big power back. But I'm not into trading and giving away a draft pick plus paying a running back. I'm just not into it, man. I'm not into it. Tommy says, cut Wallace. He's not worth keeping for the long run. Alex says, do you have fantasy league? Demon says, Jacobs is honestly what we want Miles to be. Now, I totally agree with that. No doubt about it. Unfortunately, the numbers are off the charts, dude. The numbers are nuts. Like they're Josh Jacobs numbers, okay? These are just the total yards for the year. I have to go into his other stats, okay? Okay, he had, what was it? 872 yards last year, 1,065 in 2020, 1,150 in 2019. Miles Sanders has not had any good years like that. I would blame the coaching staff between 2020 to 2021 because Doug barely ran with Miles in 2020. That was one of the big problems we had with that team in 2019. We barely ran. 2020, we barely ran with Miles Sanders. 2021, Nick Sirianni becomes the head coach. Several games without a run game. Ridiculous. Alex is ready for a Madden game. Yo, Taco, nothing me, please. Joey, what's going on? The Green says, if we get Jacobs, we might will change our name to the Alabama Eagles. Dude, I'm totally fine with that. As long as they're making the right choices, who gives a crap what we're called? I don't care. I'm ready for new jerseys. I'm ready for a new, they're changing that new logo. The word art's already been changed. The new logo's coming. I already know this team is going through a redesign, a new paint job. That's what's happening. Nick, hey yo, my dog was almost hit today. Yeah, it's dude. It was really scary today, man. I would have felt like crap all day today. Comment, why wasn't the dog on a leash? It was dark out. Luckily, I saw this dog. Like when I was staring at the road, luckily I saw that dog. The dog was a really small dog. Like if I kept going the way I was going, I would have hit that dog. It would have been done. But Nick says, how do I get a wrench? You get a wrench by being in the streams every single time I stream. If I see your name a lot and support the channel, you will get a wrench. That's how it goes. Because I've already had a couple people get blocked. I already had to take some wrenches away. And I already know who they were. So I didn't have to take wrenches from everybody. It's going to be at the link, right? It's going to be at the link Sunday. Harpoon says, how Eagles have 91 on the roster right now. Going to be some tough cuts. Yeah, especially not having that fourth preseason game because I think there was like 3 different days for cuts. I think there's only 2 days. 2 separate dates for cuts. So kind of nuts. Rod says, Joey Shakes, did you get to watch the game yesterday, the highlights, since you didn't get to watch it? Yeah, no, I didn't watch the highlights at all. I got to watch it. I haven't watched it at all because I was streaming. I only watched maybe a minute or 2 of it before I ended up starting streaming. So I didn't get to – I heard it was like real ugly for the Jags. But Ron said, damn, I'm glad that the pup's okay, man. I'm a huge dog person myself. I've rather been devastated too. Glad you good. You think Rager is here to start. Number one, thank you for that because I would have been a total disaster today. I treat pets like they're my family. If anyone screws with a pet, trust me, I don't care who you are, man. I will come after you. I'm not good with Rager. I don't think even if Rager makes the roster, he's not going to start. The best he'll be is the number 4 receiver. And will be a situational wide receiver for us, maybe if he's that consistent, has gotten that much better. So I really don't even know, to be honest with you. Speed Eagle says, I'm sorry, but after this year, we need to draft safety because I don't like re-signing players who are in their 30s. Lucas says, Britton Covey sounds very intellectual. He is a very smart man. Yo, David, what's going on, dude? So he says, Sanders needs to stay healthy to build momentum. Tim Hoff said, do you know the Eagles will wear the new black helmets? No, it's a new color rush thing. Yeah, it's a new color rush for this year. Yeah, so they're going to wear it like twice this year or something. Just depends. I mean, one is definitely going to be a primetime game. I don't know when. They haven't disclosed that information yet. Ivan says, let's go, Joey. Shake Squad up, flag slot. Thank you so much, man. Hope you're having a fantastic night. We have 186 in the chat. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. We cover the Eagles every single day. We're covering every day of training camp. We're going to be streaming the preseason games, the regular season games, 4 streams every weekend, streams throughout the entire week during the season as well. So definitely hit the subscribe if you guys have not. On the road to, we're almost hitting 18K right now. That's because you guys have been supporting like crazy and been enjoying the videos and just enjoying my opinion on this team going into training camp and what has been going on. So I do appreciate it. Hit the like button if you guys haven't either. Check out the memberships in the pinned comment and the live chat as well for extra content all year round. Join the Shake Squad Army today. So appreciate everybody. Tyler says, what would be an acceptable deal if Howie does actually keep Miles Sanders? Acceptable? I don't know. Like if he made if it was like I don't know. If it was like a $24 million deal for 3 years, maybe. So I don't know, something like that. I don't know. I'm not paying a running back $18 million a year. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. Not with him. So We got Danielle says, what do you think of the rep splits between Quez and Pascal? You think Quez gets 800 plus and 8 plus touchdowns? I think Quez is going to be starting, but I think Zach Pascal is going to be used for situational type stuff because he can play outside, inside, red zone. I mean, if you watch tape on Zach Pascal, he's actually really good. Nick knows how to use him really well. With Nick Sirianni in the Colts offense, he averaged 600 to 700 yards in 2 seasons each, which was really good. But I think he's going to be more situational, but I think he will get playing time. I don't think he's going to top Miles. I don't think he's going to top Quez Watkins at all, but I feel like he can have a pretty 800 plus Zach Pascal. I don't know Zach Pascal's stats. Maybe he has, maybe over 5 to 700 yards for the year, maybe, depending on, how much time he gets. Not Tyler Spencer, you think the Eagles are a top 10 team this year? I do. Right now, I do. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Chris says they already knew he was going to go to the Super Bowl when we went to get A.J. Brown, James Bradbury. All these players is coming to Philly because they know the Eagles is a Super Bowl team. Mark my word. Dude, I mean, that's what everybody wants, dude. Every player wants that. You know what I mean? So I totally get it. Alex says, do you have fantasy league? I do not. I think you've asked that like 7 times. Cole says Eagles should trade for Jay Jettis. Not Tyler Smith says, will Bradbury be able to lock up a guy like Arcega Whiteside? Tim says, what's the best American food to try? I'm visiting for an upcoming season this year. The best American food? Oh, man. You got to go get New York City. You have to go get pizza. Pizza, you're going to have to, that's what you're going to have to get. New York pizza is the best pizza in the world, okay? Not New Jersey pizza. New Jersey pizza is horrible. Sorry. Love New Jersey, but pizza over there is a total disaster. So I would say pizza. New York City pizza, or I can give you if you message me on Twitter, I can give you a list of pizza places that are fantastic. So, I'm really back. Sorry, guys, I'm really backed away on this chat. We got a super chat from Parker. Thank you so much, man. He says, "What's your opinion on the Miami Brady punishment?" I mean, it's tampering, dude. Like apparently the Miami Dolphins talked to Brady when he was still on contract, I guess, with the Patriots before. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't with the no. It was. I think this past off season it was. Yeah, it wasn't good, man. I mean, it is what it is. Like you can't tamper. I mean, you just can't do that. So a 1st round pick and a 3rd or a 4th, a 1st round pick for next year's draft, and then a 3rd, 4th rounder for the year after, something like that. I mean, that's kind of nuts when you think about it, but. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I mean, you shouldn't have done that. So we got a new member to the Shake Squad Army, Dequise Green. Thank you so much, man, of the Shake Squad Soldier tier. Thank you so much, man. You're going to love it here for the new content, all the extra content all year round. Thank you so much, bro. Very much. Jason, I think they went black unis for their home opener week 2 Monday night. Got to set the tone for games this year. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to that Vikings game, so I'm hoping it's all black. I'm hoping it is, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jason, depends on where he's going. Daniel says, Cafe Caramel's #1 cheesesteak in Philly. $1. I don't think there's no such thing as $1 New York City pizza. It's not what it used to be anymore. Jose says, Haywood Jaboni was the greatest Eagle of all time. Comment Star says, Doug used Ward most of the Rager because Doug knew Rager was trash. For some reason, Sirianni forced Rager into so many plays and hardly ever played Ward, and it did not pay off. I don't get it. I don't think Nick Sirianni values Greg Ward the way Doug did. Rob said, "Ayo, Jersey pizza is great, Joey, especially the mom and pop places. I can't stand it. It's the salt in the dough that I think it's the dough that messes up the pizza in Jersey. It's the dough that's really bad." What do you think, Joey? What's wrong with Jersey pizza, bro? Thurman said Brad should have been punished too, but he is a golden boy, so the NFL let him get away with it. Kim says, Joey, do you like spicy Mexican? I do. I can't wait for more of the season, Joey, because I'm tired of watching baseball. Yeah, I don't even watch baseball that much. I'll watch the Phillies once in a while, but that's really it. Steven says, you're right about New York pizza. Chicago pizza sucked. I always want to try the Chicago deep dish. I don't mind that. I would like to try that. Brad said New Jersey doesn't have good pizza, just horrible. John said, Yo, Shakes, do you see that Trevon Diggs disabled his Twitter because he got burnt by undrafted? Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. The guy handles the success pretty well, but when it comes to adversity at training camp, this guy already deactivated his Twitter. He didn't delete it or get rid of it. He just deactivated it. So He doesn't want to hear anything from nobody. Cobb said, I wish I had Elijah Holyfield as our bruiser. It'd be cool if we had still had him, but we still never gave him a chance. I think I think I heard some news about Holyfield. I don't know. I think Holyfield ended up getting, I don't know if he retired or I think he had a season-ending injury. I could be wrong though. Ray says open practice costs 10. All right, so it does cost money. Tim says, who are our backup cornerbacks right now? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard much. Zach McPherson has been talked about the most out of everybody. So Slay has talked some good things about him. He's taken some big strides. Zach McPherson is probably the best one right now. I mean, I don't know. You have Tay Gowan and Jimmy Moreland. You have Matt McCain that is dealing with a knee injury right now. You have Terry Vincent Jr. I mean, go down the list. Mario Goodrich, Josh Jobe. Haven't really heard too much. Blue Pill, what's going on? Two of us at $1 would even give you a little piece of pepperoni in New York. That is so, dude. Food is expensive, man. I mean, I just bought a sandwich for $13. Like, I got a sandwich from a deli for $13. It's crazy. George says, I think the biggest game of the year is Christmas Eve. Can't literally be the difference between a great Christmas and a bad one. Got to win. Yeah, Christmas Eve against the Dallas Cowboys. You got to win that game. Got to win that game. Jim says, sorry, Shakes. I have a few places in Jersey that can make a slamming pizza. I live in New York City, so I know both of them. Maybe there is some good places. Maybe. Jay says, have fun, Joey. That's cool. You going to the game? Yeah, dude. That's the only game I'm going to for the year, unless the Eagles have home field advantage in the playoffs or something. Then I'm definitely going. William Noville says, yo, bad news. I can't make the Vikings game because my football schedule came out and I have practice that day. That sucks, dude. Well, I hope you can watch the game at least. Ray says all the money goes to charity. Brian says, I was confident in this, just beating the Buccaneers until Gallup and Washington got hurt and Buccaneers signed Julio Jones. Well, I think T.Y. Hilton is going to be a big target for you guys. I think Cole Beasley can be a big target for you guys. Des Bryant is even working out right now, so he could be a big target for them as well. Albert Green says they have $1. They don't have dollar signs in New York City anymore. I lived there 6 years ago, and they did. We got a super chat from Parker. Thank you so much, man. Is it a good or bad thing that Slay beat A.J. Brown? Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't that be a good thing? Bradbury has locked up A.J. Brown. I mean, Bradbury's done a really good job on A.J. Brown, a very good job, because I think they're going to start using Bradbury and use him for those bigger receivers. We know that Big Play Slay has had issues covering those big receivers, so that could be something that they could use. Booba said, Joey, what's the one player you'd give up a first-round pick, would give up one of our first-round picks for? Right now, straight up, I don't know. First round pick right now, it could be almost anybody, man. I mean, really, like it could be anybody from any team, any safety that's available. I in a heartbeat. I mean, I would give a first for like Derwin James right now, 100%. Like I would give up a first, but if you're asking me who would I give up a first round pick for, it doesn't mean I would do it because I wouldn't give up a first right now for a safety, but you know what I mean. Brad says, I swear I'm always in New York City like the dollar. I agree. Says I lived in Cali, New York City, and Seattle. New York City, easily the best pizza. Demon Batter says, McPherson looks good. Turbo says, Diggs and Rager should have a Twitter battle to see who deactivates a response first. Oh, man. Michael says, Holyfield got cut and picked by the Bengals. Okay. I knew something happened with him. The one said, Waldorf, Maryland pizza is better than New York pizza. Look, said, the pizza at Domino's slices are too fat and too much bread. I like the thin crust, man. The thin crust is the way to go. Thin crust is the way to go right now. Greg Q says, we drink 90% Lavazza. The Lavazza Super Crema is nothing great option. Look, said, would you give a first for Derrick Henry if you knew he would be currently as a 5 more years? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't give up draft picks for a running back. I just wouldn't do it. I don't care if it's the most dangerous running back in the league. Unless he's a generational talent or something, it's a different story, but I wouldn't do it. With the offensive line you're building for the next decade or more, you don't need to spend money on running backs. You don't have to do that at all. We got a super chat from Jose Gonzalez. What's going on, man? Thank you so much, dude. He says, who let a Texas Eagles fan crash with them for house football? Kirk says, no, I don't know. I mean, who are you talking about, though? Who are you talking about? Who let a Texas Eagle fan crash with them? I have no idea. I appreciate super chat, man. Kirk says, "Was it me or that you got was it me that you got that got you to check out Covey?" I don't know. I mean, when the undrafted free agent list came out, I think there was. I don't know if it was you. I don't know who it was that told me. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It could have been you, maybe. And if it is, shout out to you. Who did I do to give me Mahomes for a first rounder all day? Audio official on the track says, Joey, just an update. It's a girl. Last we spoke, I was just finding out. Man, time flies. Go Birds. Well, congratulations on your daughter being born, man. And I hope you enjoy fatherhood. And I hope your life is with all the success and everything coming your way, dude. So congratulations to Artificial on the track. Good stuff, man. Hope you enjoy it. Comments, I hope Bradbury is just a good camp player. He's also going to produce on the field as well. I have burned way too many times for being hyped for players that have great camps. I totally understand that. I understand. But, I mean, even Sirianni talked to the wide receiver room and said, and warned all these corners about facing Bradbury and what he's going to bring to the table. So it's a good thing. Tree said, you think the Raiders going to be good this year? I think they will. Yeah. I think they will. There's a DM better come on and play along. Jock says, Joey, I told you about Covey. Oh, maybe it was Jock. It could have been Jock, too. It could have been Jock as well. It could have been both of you at the same time in one stream, most likely, probably. Remo says, Calamar, one thought I thought was kind of a kind of money. He does so much for them. Him and maybe Derrick Henry. Kamara. Lil Kim said, Joe, if you had to choose between Jamar Chase and Jeff Jefferson, who would you think is better? Right now, I would pick Justin Jefferson. I like Jefferson a lot. I like Jefferson. It's a tough one. I think more Jefferson because we missed out on him. And I think it would have – I don't know how well he would have played with us at that time because we couldn't really produce any players here at that time. But it would have been interesting though. 3-0 Cowboys says, do you think Cowboys and Eagles rivalry best rivalry in sport? Oh, yes, of course. Between the fan base and between both teams, yes. Philadelphia Underdog says, Joey Shakes, the Eagles make Jordan Mailata fullback on third and short situations. He could be playing rugby all over again, especially with the O-line. Yeah, rugby with pads on, man. He would be fantastic. I don't see why it would be a problem. Why not? I don't see why. They shouldn't do that. They should do that. Comments are, Judge Jefferson is so much better than Chase. Alex says, get out of here. Jamar Chase is way better. Come on, dude. Chase looked insane late in season in the playoffs, though. His run after catch was great. Nathan says, yo, what's up, Joey? I hope we get Josh Jacobs now. Now people are going to want Josh Jacobs. So are we really going to go through this now and say that this is actually going to happen? I don't know. Josh says, I remember watching Rager highlights after the Eagles drafted him, and they were all punt returns. Kirk said, we always missing out on wide receiver. Comments are, if Chase played with Kirk Cousins, he would have had to not have anywhere close to success. Well, not even just that, but yeah, maybe. I mean, you're probably right. I don't think it matters. I think he would still be successful regardless. I mean, they needed another receiver regardless because even Adam Thielen's getting really old now, so they had to upgrade. Demon says, playing Mailata at fullback, ask him to get hurt, and then you're stuffed. So this is our last coaching staff system would have hurt Jefferson's development. I totally agree with that because we couldn't produce players. Who knows, with Justin Jefferson or DK Metcalf probably would have been nothing on this team for the first 2 years. No joke. Comment said, Prep Pizza, 10th Street, Boardwalk, Ocean City, New Jersey is the best pizza in the world. And yes, I've had lots of Philly, New York City pizza. Alleged Kill said, like, if you want success in the red zone or goal line, play action with Mulata as a running back. Josh said, I saw this rumor about the Eagles and Lions were interested in trading for Josh Jacobs. Probably fake, though. I don't know. This guy on Twitter, I've followed this guy for a long time, and he's actually been pretty right about a lot of rumors. He's got like over 9,000 followers. He actually puts out some really good rumors. That he's been right about some rumors the past few years. So, I mean, I'll listen to it, but that's as far as I'm going with it. Yeah, Joey, you saw Smoke Monday tore. He tore his ACL. Oh, dude, really? Wow. Curtis, how many receivers do you think the Eagles will keep? 6? I'm guessing 6. Since you're from New York City, what do I need to check out? Well, I'm not from New York City. I live in New York. I mean, I've been to the city a million times, but I don't know the city like that. So, so the Raiders keep robbing other teams of players. The only problem is that the Josh McDaniels is a scrub and won't know what to do with them. Look at him and says, Joey, you like Arby's? I haven't had Arby's in years. I had it once. Sydney says, yes, Milan's become too good of a risk that he would have been a 380-pound running train, even Jordan Davis running behind Mulata. Kids to Joey, that Popeyes fried chicken is freaking good too. Dude, I love Popeyes. I've had Popeyes for the second time. They just built a Popeyes 15, 20 minutes away from me. When it opened, it was mobbed. I mean, I had it 2 times. I had my first Popeye chicken sandwich last year, and I was like, what am I eating? This is the best stuff I've ever had in my life. I still love KFC, don't get me wrong. Ron said, my cornerback, Trevon, always goes off against the NFC East, but just falls off against other teams. Don said, wide receiver cornerback room cut's going to break my heart. I know. It does that. Every year, it's always like that. Every year, it's always like that. No joke. Always like that. Counselor, imagine Jordan Davis is a bruiser back. Who did I do? So I had Popeyes for dinner. They're on every corner in the world. Dude, you guys over there are probably filled. Chick-fil-A is really good, too. I used to have Chick-fil-A in my mall, and they actually took it out. Yeah, so they actually announced on NFL Live they're shopping Josh Jacobs. So this is true. So we don't know if the Eagles are interested, but we know that news is actually true. Oh, my God. Don't even. Wow. Crazy. Joe, you from the 914? Yes, I am. Eagles and said Popeyes too greasy. Lady Kill said, what borough do you live in, Joe? I grew mostly in Queens and PA 95 a long time ago. I'm in Westchester County. If you know where Westchester County is, Lower Hudson Valley, like southeast of New York City. I said, I hope we can get most practice squad. 01 says, Joey Shakes, how would you react if Jalen came to practice wearing a Cowboys jersey? I don't know. It'd be really weird. And he'd get clowned on for it and be laughed at pretty much. Why would they be shopping him? Attitude, conflicts? I don't know. It could, you know what? It really, you know what? Josh McDaniels could be like Josh McDaniels could be a main reason too. I don't know. I don't know what it is. If anyone hears anything on TV about it, I'd be shocked. Like if Nina just said before that they are shopping him, which I don't know why. I mean, the last year of his contract, what they did, they don't think he's going to be a future piece. I don't know. Is there somebody else on the roster for the Raiders that they like more? I mean, I don't know what it is. Don says we don't need Josh. He can make us better, but I don't want to lose anything. Yeah, I don't want to give up draft picks for a running back and then pay him on top of it, dude. I don't know. New staff in Vegas. That is true though. Zamir White is the future running back for the Raiders. 914 brothers. Yeah, where are you in the 914, dude? Where are you at? I'm not saying your address, but where are you? Just the area. David says, Joey, who's better, Kirk Cousins or Carson Wentz? Kirk Cousins by a mile. I mean, by Kirk Cousins has a better arm. He has a better arm. He's a better person. He doesn't quit on his team. I mean, he's got a lot of upside than Carson Wentz. I don't think he has a better arm, but I'm just playing jokes because I don't like Carson Wentz at all. I don't like him at all. Kirk Johns knows I don't like Carson Wentz, so he'll tell me. Jim says the funny that's been thinking for a while, not use Jordan Mailata in third goal. Tell me it would be have a 2.0 version of the refrigerator Perry. I said Joey Shakes, who's the best cornerback of all time? Miles Deion Sanders. I'd say time to you, Miles minus Deion Sanders. Best cornerback of all time. Probably a better cornerback when I wasn't even alive. If I would say best cornerback of all time, I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I'm not sure. Rock, what's up, man? When Sirianni compared one of his kids to Miles Sanders, I'd say his job is safe. Yeah, maybe. Joe said, I think it's stupid to play Jacobs in preseason game if you're shopping him. If he gets hurt, then you're screwed. Teams have enough film on him without having to see him in the dumb Hall of Fame game. Did he get reps in the Hall of Fame game? Did he actually get reps? I didn't watch it, so I don't know. Kurt said, what would the Eagles need to give up for Jacobs? That's what I'm afraid of, dude. I don't want to give up nothing. I don't want to give up anything for Josh Jacobs. I am not interested in doing anything with Josh Jacobs. Nothing at all, period. I mean, how about you do a trade, Rager, for Jacobs? How about you do a trade? The Patriots are notorious for running back by committee. Guess Vegas is doing the same since it's McDaniels now. Don says we need someone to compliment Sanders, not compete against him. Miles just as good as Josh, to be honest. Wentz is toilet water. Oh, White Plains, dude. Shoot, I know White. I'm not far from White Plains, man. Tree says, who do you think is defensive rookie of the year? It's going to be Nakobe Dean. Hands down Nakobe Dean. Jay said, Joe, you're down 3 with 2 minutes. Who you taking, Dak Prescott or Jalen Hurts? I'm taking Jalen Hurts because I feel like he's going to win with his arm this year. Lord says, Deion Sanders. Jock says, what happened to Jacoby Stevens? Thought he was supposed to be good. Well, dude, Jacoby Stevens was like a 6th, 7th round pick. I don't know. Like, he's a safety hybrid / linebacker. I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard his name once throughout camp, so. Joshua, he played like half of the first quarter. He played that much. Maybe they were, well, did he do well? Or maybe they're trying to like build his value up, maybe to give teams like, I don't know. How many times did he run the football? Who do you think is better, Rager or Fulgham? Fulgham's done more than what Rager has done. Jeff says, what about Sanders for Jacobs? Yeah, that would make sense. Going to see them practice Sunday. 301 says, hey, I live in the city of Maryland next to White Plains. Oh, damn. Lauren says, the Raiders trade Jacobs for Rager. They're more retarded than they look. Oh, man. Now we got the Bitcoin coming in. Bitcoin. Anybody want Bitcoin? Bitcoin here. I live in Philly, Joey. Do you believe me? Yeah, I believe you. Josh Reinhardt looked good. That dude says Jacob played a legit regular season snaps last night. Well, I mean, maybe, yeah. I mean, if Jock just said just now, he just said that he looked good. If he looked that good, then maybe there's something brewing, man. Maybe there's something brewing. Jeff said, we're definitely going to talk about this tomorrow night as well. Jeff says, we have our best cornerback since Brown and Shepard. Agree? Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I would have to say so. Curtis says maybe Eagles will have Rager out of the entire game on Thursday. If Rager doesn't play a preseason game, it probably shows you that it could show you that maybe they are trading him. But if he does play a lot of reps for a quarter or something, then maybe they're trying to build his value up even more. So either or, it could mean a trade. It doesn't matter if he doesn't play or he does play. So we'll see. That's it, Joey. Let's beat Rager and going to have a better career than Nelson Aguilar when it's said and done. How are you doing, Joey? Nice to have found you in Philly this offseason. Learned a lot. Hey, dude, I appreciate the support very much, man. The Quinn says, so do you believe we would have made roster with all the receivers we have, Rager and Fulgham? So who do you believe would have made roster with all the receivers we have, Rager and Fulgham? If they were both on the roster, if Rager and Fulgham were included on the roster, if they already made the roster, who would be the other receivers? I don't know. I mean, probably if you want to, probably AJ Brown and Greg Ward. AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins. That'd be what, 5? That'd be 5. So one more spot would probably be Greg Ward, most likely. It just depends, but. Nate says, I don't know if I buy all the building up Rager's value stuff. Do you not think other GMs can see through that stuff? Yeah, but I mean, other GMs want to give a guy a chance too. I mean, he's just had a really bad time here mentally. So don't be surprised at what teams could be interested in Jalen Rager. Don't be surprised at it whatsoever. Is there any video evidence of Rager doing well in training camp? Can these reports be plants the Eagles try and boost his trade value? I don't think there's any video at all yet, but I mean, from not just beat writers, but from the head coach in general, showed a lot of consistency. So 301 says, Joey, how do you feel about the Commanders? I feel like they're going to be sneaky good this year. Eagles, Cowboys. I'm telling you right now, Carson Wentz is a huge upgrade for that offense. Better offense than when he was with the Colts. And Carson had a good year last year for the weapons he was given. Obviously, that Jaguars game, I think that whole team just fell apart. And even the past couple games before the season ended last year, they were kind of straying away from, Carson Wentz's arm and his passing to, obviously the running back, the running game was just so great with the Colts last year. So with Jonathan Taylor. So Jacobs looked really good. Billy Bob says, can Jacob even catch, though? Yeah, he's very good at that. He's a natural catcher. Dave says, who's better, Nelson Aguilar or Aguilar? Nelson Aguilar, 100%, dude. 100%. I don't even care about the Super Bowl, but he had a really good third year. 2 mediocre years, a good third year, a really bad fourth year on a fifth-year option. So Kirk says, can't wait for the preseason game. Joshua says, Trevon Walker played good too. He had pressure on the first play of the game and the second series. Yeah, I saw that he made some noise early. Don says, Rager is way better than Fulgham. He had four good games for real. I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. So he's a 250 walks the street of Philly. Get to know the streets. Don says, Rager hasn't reached his ceiling. Jeff says, Reed's problem isn't talent, is that he mentally can't take the pressure in the NFL game. Yeah, when it's all on him, man, and when he makes a big mistake that costs us the game, it affects him for games to come, man. I think the Commanders will beat us once. Dude, we got to sweep them this year. We can't afford Carson Wentz beating us once this year. There's no doubt about it. Torville says, Fulgham had 4 good games, and how many good games has Rager had? Less than 4. I mean, the Falcons game was okay. The Raiders, maybe. I mean, because he had a touchdown in those 2 games. What do you have? 3 touchdowns for the year? So you say, I agree. Colts had a tough schedule in 21, and Wentz is a huge upgrade. I think they're a better threat than Dallas. I totally agree with that. I've been thinking about this whole offseason. The whole offseason. Jodder says, who do you think will play in the game next Friday? It's the older guys like Kelsey and Lane Johnson and, some of these older guys, Graham, like they're not going to be playing. Fletcher Cox, Hargrave, like those guys aren't going to be playing. I mean, I think some stars are going to play. Devontae Smith might get a couple snaps, maybe. Some of the other guys, AJ Brown might get a couple snaps, but it's not going to be much. It might be a series, not even that. So don't expect. They're going to be extra cautious. Jalen Hurts is not going to play. He might play a series, maybe that, maybe not even that at all. They might not even play him, period, which really makes me nervous. I don't like that at all because then I think the rust is going to be building up. The rust is definitely going to build up, and I'm not going to enjoy that. Not going to enjoy that at all. So it's going to kind of suck just a little bit, just a little bit. Is I think the Cowboys go 5-12. I don't think they play that bad. No, I think they can win 7 to 8 games, but I don't think they play that bad. Nick said, "Do you think we can have success in the playoffs if we make it?" I think if they can win a playoff game, I think Hurts gets a contract. So. Nathan, what's going on? Torville said the Eagles won't play hardly any starters. We are more likely going to see groundskeeper, concession stand guy, and parking lot attendant to get some playing time. Yeah, dude, that's how bad it's going to be. So I said, do you think they use Jordan Davis in goal line situation for a touchdown? Maybe. Kurt Johnson hope to see a lot of Covey in preseason. We're definitely going to see a lot of Covey in preseason. They're definitely going to switch off on punt return, kick return. I want to see if they actually put Covey on kick returns as well. Just move him around a few times, man. Let him get his shot. Let him get his shot. 01 says, Joey, you put up do you put mayonnaise on Chipotle in your Chipotle bowl? I don't think so, no. Gravy said, my daughter was born on Monday, so I'm so behind. Anyone standing out, anyone looking good at camp? Thanks. Gravy, dude, congrats, man. Congrats on your daughter being born, man. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys standing out. It's way too early. Like, we still have another week. We still got the scrimmages. We still got preseason. Like, I don't think anybody has truly failed in training camp. Like there's some guys that you know that aren't going to make it, but I don't think anyone's been a disappointment yet. But, you know, we're going to start to see this thing mold down a little bit once another week goes by. Just that Juergens is impressing early. I love that Kelsey will mentor him. Yeah, and Juergens actually was against on the set, so they had the 11 on 11s the other day, and they had, I think it was Cam Juergens versus Jordan Davis. He actually did really well against him. Technique was good. He's undersized center. This is a collaborative pick from Howie and Jason Kelsey. We got Boys for Life. Says CD season is better than Herd season. So it looks like Boys for Life is coming out with some new hats. Yes. Shout out to Boys for Life, by the way. If you guys haven't subscribed to his channel, great content creator for the Cowboys. He's going to troll us Eagles fans. He trolls us Eagles content creators all year. Definitely check him out. I'm going to definitely get together with him when the Eagles and Cowboys face off for the first game. So definitely check him out if you guys haven't. A good friend of mine, and definitely is going to troll a lot. He's going to watch out for what we say on these streams and these videos, because he's going to point us out and expose us for what we are. Tim says, man-to-man, more zone for our defense. What do you prefer? I think it's going to be both, man. They're going to be very balanced with it. They said, no, I'm playing. They will go 10-7. Don says, Rager's only had 2 to 3 bad games, and outside of that, he just has a little bit of first-round talent. Y'all just can't relate to his life that he lived and what's going through. Yeah, but dude, like, I understand his personal life is a friggin' mess, losing 2 best friends the past 2 years. But dude, you got a contract with this team. I'm not trying to be a cold person, or I'm not trying to be a piece of garbage either. But, you know, things happen in life, man. You know, it is what it is. You know, it's like, if something happens in my life, if somebody passes away, a tragedy happens in my life, I can't go to work tomorrow and just not do my job because of, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to suck, you know, but I can't go to work tomorrow and tell my boss I'm staying home because this and this and this happened. You know, I can't do that. Obviously, you take time off when things happen, but, you know, sooner or later, like, you got responsibilities. His responsibilities towards this team on a contract for 2 more years. You know what I mean? So I get it, but there's 6. If you listen to me for one thing, watch the Bear TV show and 13 Lives of the movie. Absolutely amazing. We got a super chat from Duncan Wright. What's going on, man? He says, how is our linebacker situation? It's pretty good right now. Like, everybody's making plays. The Kobe Dean's been making a lot of plays. Kaiser White stopped Miles Sanders from going upfield on the sideline. I mean, Davion Taylor's been making a push here and there. I mean, it's been a really good group. TJ Edwards has been a big playmaker. Pass deflections, great. You know, and obviously they're not tackling to the ground, but they're in the right, you know, they get in the right spot at the right time defensively. And, they've been doing really well. I think the whole group it's a healthy competition. We're loaded at this position. It's definitely night and day from what we had before preseason started. I mean, from before free agency started. I think we're looking really good, Duncan. You're going to be really happy with this linebacker group going to this year. And obviously Hassan Reddick moving to Sam linebacker, going in coverage and all that great stuff. Don said he is a young man. Most NFL players never had a real job. He is adjusting, just like we all have to learn how to do. Hold on one second. Let me. Here's the last I saw. Hurts was struggling a bit in camp. Is he improving at all? Still up and down. Oh, he's up and down, dude. Like you don't want to see Jalen Hurts have a perfect day every training camp. Like if that was the case, then we're in trouble. If this defense isn't putting up a fight in training camp, we're in big trouble right now. Schultz, I heard rumors about getting Jacob from Raiders. Fly will fly. Yeah, that's the big rumor right now, man. The big rumor. And he said, Joey, can you please name your breakout players for Cowboys, Giants, and Command? Breakout players? I mean, everybody. There could be a lot of players right now. I mean, Cowboys, as of right now, CeeDee Lamb is going to have a good year this year. I don't see why not. Michael Gallup's going to have a good year. I think Pollard will get the best of Ezekiel Elliott. I think they'll try to use Ezekiel Elliott, but they're trying to make him the main focal point, which they should because he's getting paid $18 million. I like Dotson with the Commanders. Carson Wentz is going to have a good year. Terry McLaurin, the Carson Wentz-Terry McLaurin connection is going to be fantastic. So we'll see. Let's see. Tim Opp says, is 1,000 yards too much to ask for Browns and Smith? I think they should get that easy. No, I don't think so. I don't think it is. I think you can have 2 1,000-yard receivers this year. So it's really not. Mrs. Rager in the chat. What? Is there a Mrs. Rager in the chat? Since I think they stack in a linebacker this year, which means less on running back wide receivers. JP's pissed off about something. I don't know what. Gray says, who is Jacob from the Raiders? What rumor is this? I mean, apparently there's a guy from Twitter that put out some news about, apparently it was on TV as well, that the Raiders are shopping Jacobs right now. Josh Jacobs. I don't think it makes any sense. I mean, it does because I think he's better than Miles Sanders, but not saying the potential of Miles Sanders is not here, that we can't get any potential from him, but his statistics are just way better. And I'm not giving up a draft pick for that, man. I don't see it. Possible trade gravy. Curtis says, any updates on how Carson Strong is doing? The arm strength with Allen should be interesting. He actually hasn't been playing good. Apparently there's been rumors that he's been very overwhelmed. Reed Sinnett has been playing better than Minshew and Carson Strong, which is really weird to say. Reed Sinnett's been playing better. No joke. Nate says, no, I meant like one breakout player. I mean, it's going to be Terry McLaurin for the Commanders. For the Eagles, it's going to be Devontae Smith because I think at the end of the year, I think Devontae Smith is going to have more yards and receptions than A.J. Brown. The Cowboys is definitely going to be CeeDee Lamb, most likely, being that number one guy this year. The Giants, I don't know, man. That quarterback is just Daniel Jones is a total disaster. I have a feeling that even with Daniel Jones after this year, I think they sign I think the Giants are going to go after Jimmy Garoppolo after this year. I got a feeling that I got a big feeling it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So, let's see here. Devontae Smith, JP says, Devon Smith, 1,850 yards, 17 touchdowns. 99 Riders, any thoughts on rumors the Eagles may use a 46 defense with a 3 defensive tackle front? They might. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the rumors of them doing that, but they could do that. Sean says Nakobe Dean is going to eat. Because the Giants' breakout player will probably be Neal, their first-round offensive tackle. He is legit. No, the Giants had a really good draft. Even that receiver they got from Kentucky, I was a big fan of in the second round. I like that guy a lot. Who was the receiver that they got from Kentucky? He was fantastic. I really liked him. But guys, we have 187 in the chat. We're gonna go for like another minute, and that's it. We're gonna do an hour and a half stream. We're gonna be another stream tomorrow night. Philly Shakedown on this channel tomorrow night, and then we have some surprises for Sunday. So we'll go with a couple more questions. Wan'Dale Robinson, thank you, Torville. Yeah, Wan'Dale Robinson was fantastic. Fantastic. I think he's gonna be a breakout player. No joke. Like he's got some. I mean, him in the slot is gonna be a problem. If he exceeds expectation, he's gonna be really good. I liked Wan'Dale Robinson a lot. So, But definitely 189 in the chat, guys. Appreciate being here. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. We cover the Eagles every day. We're going to go over every day at training camp. We're going to be streaming the preseason games, streaming the regular season games, 4 streams every weekend, plus streams throughout the week of every regular season game. So it's going to be really busy, a lot of fun. Definitely hit the like button if you guys haven't. Had a really good talk today. We'll go over definitely more Josh Jacobs stuff in the future. Definitely something else to look at. But the Philly Shakedown tomorrow night at 9 p.m. to talk about this and a lot of other things. So definitely check it out. Subscribe, like the stream, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a fantastic day with another stream. Peace out, guys.